Grand rising, grand evening, whatever time it is for you. So, I would like to share a message that I received from my guides on karmic rebalance, energy redistribution, and return. So, a lot of the times when I receive messages, it comes in the form of their visual messages. So, in my mind's eye, I will see something play out. Um, and and then therein I have to then revert that message into words. Um, there are a lot of channelers, who tap into collective energy and share what's happening in the karmic collective, in reference to the individuals that helped aid in your activation and your ascension. Those who were operating from a lower vibrational state and a state of unawareness. And while I absolutely think that I have mad respect for all mystics, all channelers, tarot readers, I think that that information can be really helpful in reaffirming what you already intuitively know. But if you're someone who hasn't yet mastered the art of observing and not absorbing, it can actually be detrimental to what you're trying to call in and the human experience that you are trying to align with and live in your now moment. And I'll tell you why that is. It's because, as I've stated several times, where attention goes, energy flows. So any attention and energy that you are placing on the karma or dharma of someone else's path, what's transpiring in the lives and the worlds of, those whom you may have been oppressed by or victimized by or abused by, used by, is energy that you are, and attention that you're not placing on your own journey, your own path, and the things that you are calling in and that you want to be experiencing in this new cycle. So that can create a bit of dissonance and delay on your blessings coming into fruition in your life and in your path. Now, I am a channeler who only shares what I'm guided to share. The things that I'm guided to share by my guides tend to center around universal and sacred knowledge and wisdom, more of a macro type channeling. I could channel, the micro tea and drama and that occurs in the collective energies, but that is not something that I'm guided to do. Although I do see the benefit in having that available for those who can observe, not absorb, and might just need a confirmation to what they already intuitively know is transpiring. I think that somewhere in the Bible, and the Bible lives in me. There are several books that I access from within, but I believe that there's a section in the Bible that talks about Babylon and something about, once, the way that I interpret this in reference to Babylon is, once you step outside of situations, in order for that, once you have been seated in a certain area as, a light being, as a star seed, and you've already carried out, the mission and the purpose that you were meant to in that space, and you've already learned all the lessons and taken all the information and knowledge and wisdom that you were meant to in that space, and you exit that cycle, you remove your energy so that then those who are still left in that cycle can learn their own lessons, you know, that they need to learn for their personal paths and journeys. It's important that, you know, your inner, okay, so the best way I can put this is your energy is sacred, okay? And so there are certain spaces, places, individuals, and just timelines that have already shown you what they will do with your energy and your attention when they have access to it, when it is being, your current of energy is being flown into that space. They will usurp it, they will exploit it, and use it against you. A lot of these past cycles, that's exactly what, you know, transpired. None of those people were using their own energy or power to disempower you. What they were doing was utilizing your energy against you. You were always the source, you know, of that energy. They were, in disempowering you, they were using your energy and your power, then inverting it and utilizing it to exploit you with. But it was always your energy. It was always coming from you. That's why I really do love the collective. I love humanity, and so I don't really like to I don't really want to guide people towards shifting their energy past things that are not deserving of their energy. There are certain places, spaces, experiences, and timelines that are undeserving and have shown themselves to be undeserving and detrimental to your attention and your energy. Your energy is sacred. You are a sacred being. So it's important that we recognize and keep in mind where our attention is going, because that's where your energy is flowing. And we don't want our energy to be flowing into things that we don't want to recreate in our current cycles and realities. Now, back to the message I received. When it comes to redistribution and reacclimation and rebalancing of energies, think of it as there are two dams. On this side, you have the individuals with the more lower vibrational negative karma, right? And then you have you, someone, you know, who has been effortlessly pouring out unconditional love. Your intentions have been pure. You move from a place of love. You move from an open heart space, from an open mind, you know, that receptive channel. And a lot of you haven't yet received the return of that energy. Likewise, it might seem like the individuals in the opposite energy, on the opposite spectrum, haven't received the return of their energy. But just as when you were trapped in those situations, a lot of things were happening behind the scenes. That's what's currently happening right now. You see, it's like a dam was created, an energetic dam. And at first, it starts with just a crack. And it happens in tandem on both sides. So as your energy slowly starts trickling your return, their energy slowly starts trickling their return in equal measure and equal parts. Eventually, that dam will break, and you will receive the return of everything, the intention you had and all the energy that you poured out. You will receive that, and they will receive every intention and all of the energy they usurped. They're going to receive, our intentions will be our gift. But it happens in tandem. So just like your abuse was happening in a covert way, the karma and dharma is being dished out in a covert way. And it's a slow trickle at first, and it picks up speed, and you will start to see this. I will speak more on this later, but I just wanted to share just a little nugget of wisdom. I'm sending you all so much love to the universe and beyond. Bye.